did all the chickens go? Altania here, on the CraftTheory server. I am getting ingredients necessary to make a cake. I'll bet you can't guess why. I need a cake in order to build a boat. Okay, so with Minecraft 1.9, there's going to be a new food type called beets. And this is our current spawn situation. We need to add another one of these, and I don't know if we have room. So let's see here. They share walls, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that uniquely belong to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be jutting up right along the edge there. And I could move this over by one. But then these glass panes would connect with that. This might not be too bad of a time to get rid of the glass panes and do something else, because a lot of the times whenever this water pours... Hello, cows. It pours some of the drops onto here. So doing that would work, but then you wouldn't have any easy way to stand up and plant crops. I mean, you could still plant crops from up here, but you wouldn't really be able to reach to the other side from standing in one place, which I think is the idea. Decisions. Okay, so if I move this over, this contraption would likely have to be moved over one, which is not a big deal. There is plenty of room. Okay, so if we did that, then we would have one more to spare. One more to spare. So we would occupy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'd be right along here. And we can maybe make a little side road that leads over here. That'd be kind of cool. Well, I suppose that's what I'll be doing then. I'll be moving everything over. As you can see, this place looks a lot cleaned out. I started moving all my stuff down here. I gotta have a better system for getting up and down. But check it out, I finally decided what to do with this space. Use it as a storage space. A very spacious storage space. Spacious storage space. There's something to try to say. Anyway, I gotta get a ceiling made up, as well as have some walls so this becomes a sectioned off area. But this is pretty much my earthy section. I don't know what I'll put along that wall. I'll come to that. I don't have nearly enough resources to justify using all this space, but I had to do something with it. And I couldn't think of a good thing to do with it. Anywho, I have been working on a boat that is from We All Be in Mum. Hold on. Okay. Recording ATM. So won't be on away. I got a new keyboard. I'm trying to see if it works better. It's a roll-up keyboard and it's waterproof, and I'm hoping that takes away the clicking sound, but considering how hard I had to pound those keys, I think I may have traded one sound problem for another as far as keyboards go. Anyway, as I was saying, it's scary outside. I am in the process of recreating a boat that I had in my single-player world because I like it. And I'm going to go show you it. But I also want to show where it is in relation to this base, which is why I'm not just doing a jump cut. It's skellies. Creepers. Zombies. Witch. We found a witch. May we burn her? Anyway, it's over yonder. See that right over there? That's my boat. Now I can do a jump cut. Wrong button. Here she is. A little harder to get up. I switched back to my old keyboard. It just wasn't worth it. Wait a second. Is that... I think it is. I think I have an ocean monument. Near-ish my base. Anyway, let me show you around what I've built so far. Here is the helm, which you use to steer, and I think these are all the correct terms. I'm not entirely certain. So you stand back here, you steer the ship. She goes. She doesn't actually go because this is not a really moving ship at all. But up here is a little chimney for the galley, galley, something like that, the cooking area. Now you might notice that the sails look like they have the wind blowing this way, which means the boat travels this way, and this is indeed true. This is towards the north. Yes, it is towards the north. I had to double check that. Which, the world portal is actually not far from here. Like, if I swim another 40 blocks or so, you can actually see it renders in. And my base is back there. So it's going towards new uncharted territory, which I thought was pretty cool. But then how come the smoke from the cooking area is up here? Wouldn't it be that if the boat's moving forward, the smoke would therefore come backwards relative to the ship and get in, well, the helm master's face? Not quite, actually. See, if a sailboat is going forwards like this, that uses wind for sails, I should say, then any smoke up there will also move forward, because the wind's pushing it forward, and the wind is moving faster than the boat. Some of the energy from the wind pushes the boat forward, but the boat does not go as fast because it too is slowed down by friction, the water. So the wind that's blowing the boat forward will always be traveling faster than the boat in the same direction, thus pushing the smoke forward this way. It's counterintuitive to think at first, but once you hear that explanation, at least for me, it started making a lot more sense. Okay, so let's come in here. This is the captain's quarters, and I might change these doors out for something else, but here's an armor stand which I've yet to put armor on. Here's his bed, and I tried putting a picture here, but it kept on not being the right size, and so I kept on breaking it, and eventually it disappeared altogether, and I thought, why not have item frames and put a map there instead, because that would be so much cooler. Take a breath, Altania, take a breath. Okay, so these are my materials for building it, and this bed's temporary. This is the inside of the kitchen area. There's a little counter to put some stuff. There's a furnace that doesn't have anything in it at the moment. And here's a cake. And I needed the cake. That's why I needed the cake. I needed the cake to make it apparent that it's a food area. And here is a little bathroom thing. I don't know if ships really have something like that there. I just figured, you know what, why not? I've not built a lower section to this boat yet. As you can see. Doesn't really look like a boat. Not all too much. But that's what I have to do next, is build the lower areas, and this will be actually a stairway that goes down. But before I broke off and did that, I wanted to show you this. A little area, just a little lookout area. You can say land ho if you see land, which I see land, so land ho! Boy, okay. If only beds were bouncy, then you could do this without getting hurt. Oh well. Anyway, so let me go do some hard work on this. I'm actually switching between two different Minecraft worlds, so I not really in a position to record it. I mean, I can have two Minecrafts open at once, but then the frame rate starts going down, and trying to record it may make it go down even further, so I don't want to do that. So let me do some recording off camera, or not recording off camera. Yeah, let me do some recording off camera. That was some baiting around upstairs. I don't know if you could hear that. Let me do some recording off camera. Let me do some work off camera and get the bottom area, well, one of the two bottom areas flushed out and show you what that looks like. Alright. I got done with this lower portion. These are all the beds where all the crewmen sleep. I still have a couple more beds to put around, but this is pretty much what it looks like. Here, the first officer's quarters are. I'm also going to put some maps here. Here's his chest. Here's his armor stand. Here's his bed. And you get up and down from here. Pretty cozy little place. Anyway, right in this corner is going to be a ladder that goes down to the third and final level where all the storage is happening. So I got to go build that and clean out all that water. I will be back with you then, which should be with the boat in its final state. Which also means I can get rid of this. I've been using this to dry some sponge, which has been generously loaned to me. Monkey Work loaned it to me, but it was being loaned to him as well, so I suppose it's an indirect loan. Anyway, I will be back. Alright, at long last, this is completed. Let's take a look in the captain's room first. As you can see, I got the armor stand with the armor on it, like I wanted, in its closet. And I have a map. This is as far north as I could get, in line with the ship's current heading. So I thought that was appropriate. There's not much there. The world border actually goes across this island right here, so we have some land to look forward to up there, I suppose, although that might just be an island. Anyway, we come down here to the first officer's, the first mate's room, and we see he has the same map, and he also has this armor stand, which has leather armor and an enchanted helmet, because that's all I had at the time. Okay, so here's a more complete bunk area. I added on a couple of extra beds there where I could fit them, but the main thing is down here. This is the storage area of this ship, and it's got storage. Don't know what else to say about it. There's nothing in it at the moment, this is just for looks. I swapped some of the doors out with oak doors, thought it looked better. None of this stuff has changed. Let's take one more look into here. And then I added on a little something right here. This is the rudder. Or it's supposed to be the rudder anyway. It's supposed to keep the ship the direction you want it to go. Anyway, so yeah. That is, and this is, the completed ship. And I think that's going to do it for this episode.